So what is up, you guys? It's Steve-O 410 Beast coming at you with another video to kind of give you guys an update of how training's been going, how everything's been going today. And last week we hit some pretty good bench and Larson press PRs, also a tempo squat PR, 435 for a set of 6 was the top set. It was about RPE probably 7, I believe, so I didn't really work up that crazy. Larson press was an RPE 10, at least 9, at least a 9.5. What that means is I may have been able to eke out another 5 pounds for my 10 rep max, but I don't think another rep was in me. But I got the 10 on what they call feet up bench or Larson press bench. Also, I did a kind of like a top set of 250 on my bench. Didn't take as much rest time as I think I needed to. And I am a power lifter, so I got to take the rest time adequate enough to bring my strength in to display it. And I'm on a hypertrophy phase, so I was like just taking 3 or 4 minutes. But I ended up doing, all my sets were over 225 for 10. So I started with 250. It was supposed to be, they ended up saying 245, but I didn't read it. It said it said starting sets 250. Well, whenever I got done with my first set, it said 245 for all my sets. So then I worked at 245. That first set kind of took a lot out of me. Probably should have stuck with the 245 there, but I got my 10s. Went to 250, 245, 240, then 235, and that was not bad at all. So pretty good little hypertrophy. All that kind of slammed the bar whenever I was doing my sumo block pulls on my leg. Not too bad though. It's a little red, a little tender on my leg, but did not injure myself. Nothing like that. Nothing too crazy. Just a little I would say more of a deep bruise more than a outward bruise. But it's fine. Was able to train lower yesterday. Not a lot of problems there. So been training a few of my friends, doing some online programming with them, getting that out there as well. Whenever I say, well, it's been more personal training, but I do have their programs online. So they've been making pretty good progress. They're also pretty new to training as well. So I don't take full credit for anything that they do. They're not powerlifters either. They're just working out for aesthetic physiques, things like that. But they are getting stronger. They are getting better. We're just using basic progressive overload. And I'm using what Mike Israetel and what Juggernaut, Chad Wesley Smith, the RPE system, RIR system. So not trying to add too much too quickly. One of my clients, he only trains twice a week. So we don't even take, I decided, hey, we're not even going to take deloads because he has 5 days in between between his training sessions for him to recover. The other one, he likes to train like 4 days a week. Got him on that upper-lower split. He's been doing pretty well with that. Always talk to him about nutrition, eating a little bit more, and habits that may keep them away from their goals. Just like I think all of us really, when it comes down to it, have habits that keep us away from their goals. It's just realizing that we don't overdo anything. Like the 2 basic things I tell anyone, especially if you're a beginner, is you need to eat. Even if you're like, well, I gotta lose weight, bro. If you're training, right, you have to eat, because the thing is, as a beginner lifter, you are going to burn fat and gain muscle at the same time. And that doesn't happen very often within a training career of someone. A lot of people will say main gaining, things like this. And there are times where that happens. But the bulk and the cut are very, very tried and true whenever it comes to intermediate and advanced lifters on either bodybuilding and powerlifting sides. You just can't get around that. But you have this good 6 to 12 month window when you first begin lifting that you can burn fat and gain muscle at the same time, and the rate of progress will be individual for each person. You may be able to do that for maybe 8 months, and then it's like, oh, why is my progress slowing down? Well, progress isn't always linear. You got to take a look back at your training. Then you may need to go on what I like to call a bulk. You eat in the caloric surplus, you train to put on that muscle, right? After you've been burning fat and gaining muscle at the same time, you just go on a full bulk, right? You gain about, I would say, a good 10 to 15 pounds, right? You don't really want a dirty bulk, although I know some people are going to do that. Then you're going to go kind of, after about 3 or 4 months, you're going to go on a small cut, because the cut and the bulk work in synergy together. You just gained hopefully more muscle than you did fat, because you do gain fat whenever you bulk. Unless you're taking copious amounts of steroids, and even then you're still going to gain some level of body fat. I'm just saying that is the way of the bulk. But if you do it properly, you should gain more muscle than you do fat. Then you gain and you go on a cut. That means you reduce your calories, probably by 250 at the beginning, and you eat adequate amounts of protein still. You eat an adequate amount of carbs pre and post workout, and your fats line up somewhere in there, right? Just you'll figure out your macros. If you're really serious about this, you'll figure out what works best for you, man. And then you cut for about 2 to 3 months, and then you go back out on that bulk, man. So that's some good, just basic advice. But as a beginner lifter, what I'm going to tell you is, don't worry about the bulk or the cut. You just need to eat I'm not saying like just eat anything in your path, but eat and train. And you are going to at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And I would say, look, if you don't have any health issues, go ahead and eat 2 grams per pound of body weight for carbohydrates, because that does replenish what we call glycogen stores. That does give you energy to make it through your workout. Keto is for pretty much diabetics and people that are have problems that maybe need to be, or really, really overweight people that need that super, super crazy diet in their lives, right? There are those people, but for the majority of people, you just got to eat a well-balanced diet. Got to get your protein in, got to get those carbs in. The other thing I want to touch on, right, is the mental health of you if you're going into the gym, right? There will be times where you don't necessarily want to go to the gym, just like there are times you don't necessarily want to go to work, just like there are times you just don't necessarily feel like eating. What I'm going to tell you is that you do that despite what you're feeling. Your feelings are not facts. You do things as a man. Now, if you're a woman, this is going to be kind of a unknown, you're just not going to really understand this. But men have to do things they don't feel like doing all the time. We got to wake up, we got to go to work. We got to wake up, you got to hit the gym, all right? You got to wake up, you got to get better in some way. Because if men are not moving forward in their own lives, I know for myself, I do not feel satisfied. I have to be moving forward in some sort of way. I have to be doing something productive. I have to be doing things that keep me aligned with who I'm trying to become. All right? And so you got to ignore a lot of the things that you think or that you feel like, oh, I just don't feel like doing that. We don't get that luxury. I know I don't. And this world is just not going to be as kind to you as it would be to women of the opposite gender. They can do things that they don't feel like doing all the time. The thing is, you as a man, and if you're a woman here too, I would still encourage you to have some sort of self-discipline, have something that you're looking forward to. As a man especially, you need to make sure that you're getting in the gym, that you're doing what you can, that you're striving towards a goal, whether that's aesthetics, right? You're trying to get down to a certain amount of body fat, or whether that's strength, whether you're just trying to get strong AF for a powerlifting meet, strongman competition, or just for yourself, that's completely fine. Find a goal, and I would say a long-term goal in the gym to strive towards. And that's going to keep you in there, man. Because motivation does, in fact, go away. I love going to the gym, though, okay? So I'm not saying it has to go away. I'm just saying it does. There'll be some days where you're like, I just don't feel like really going to the gym today. I would say you go to the gym, you're going to feel better that you did that. Especially if you love training. You got that long-term goal striving towards you. And you're figuring out you're getting that discipline in, right? So when you do those things, man, you're going to be feeling good. You're going to be feeling like on all cylinders. Truth of the matter is, this world is not going to really care about your mental health if you don't care about your physical and your mental and your spiritual health as well, right? Whether that's reading the Bible or you have some sort of other spiritual progress that you're doing at the time, you have to do that for you, man. And I'm not even talking about women right now. Your boy, I don't pick up any women. I'll be honest, I don't even try most of the time, bro. Like, I'm just trying to lift, learn, and live life in the capacity that I want to live life. That doesn't mean partying. That doesn't mean drinking. That doesn't mean doing anything crazy. It means me hitting the gym, lifting weight, going to work because I actually enjoy my job, bro. I enjoy working. There was a time where your boy did not enjoy working. Those days are long gone. I actually do enjoy my work. I enjoy getting out there. I enjoy doing things and being productive with my life. And here's the deal, man. You got to think about like this. This world will not, for the most part, I'll say you can't expect this world to give you a break. But you got to be strong. You got to be like gold. Whenever it's purified, it just comes out better, right? So a lot of times this world puts you, as man, we're put through the furnace, and we are supposed to be refined and continue to come out better on the other end. And if you continue to come out better on the other end, then you are an actual measurement of what hard work, determination, and never quitting can do for a life, man. And I'm saying that for you as a man. Become the best version of you, bro. I'm not saying this is going to be an easy peasy ride. It's harder to do these things than it is to just sit back and not do anything, not hit the gym, not care about any sort of goals in any way, and not be pursuing something that's worthwhile. You need to do that as a man. As a man, we have to do that. And I wouldn't even say be concerned about women right now, because women should be the last thing really on your mind in the new self-development journey at this moment. Eventually, it could be the thing that's good, but you become better for you, man. That's what I've been doing. I just lift weight. I'm getting big. I'm getting strong. That's like, really, women are like maybe fifth on the list, because I don't even pay attention to a lot of women. A lot of these women are not worth our time, honestly. And that includes you too. So, you just focus on yourself, kings out there. You do your thing, all right? And then, whenever you're finding out, hey, bro, you're becoming that dude, becoming that best version of you, you'll be fine, bro. You'll be fine. And I've talked to you guys as much as I do for myself. Because this world, let me just tell you, man, I don't expect this world to be kind or understanding or like, I'm not that dude anymore. I used to be, oh my God, like, I'm not now. I just continue to get up every morning and do what I need to do, right? Because I'm a man. That's what I do, bro. Like, I don't expect this world to be like a really nice, good place, but I can make my own world in a lot of ways just by being as disciplined, being as proactive as I can. That doesn't mean I'm perfect, but it means that I am constantly striving to do good. I am constantly striving to become a better version of myself, bro. So that means, look, no fap, 3 days. Your boy was struggling with that for quite a while. But I'm on 3 days, man. It's a hard thing. Like, pornography is a hard thing, but we can, if we're willing, and I'm talking, whenever I'm saying we're, I'm including myself in this, get victory over things like that, man. I think that I like, just like you like to make excuses, I like to make excuses. And so, get out there, train, get out there and live your life, bro. Get out there and do the hard things, man. I listen to a lot of these dudes, and they do the hard things, bro. Now, it may not look the same in your life, them doing the hard things. Like, you may be like, well, I can't do that, that. I'm like, that's self-limiting. You don't want to limit yourself. You just want to do the best you can at where you're at this moment, bro. That may just mean, hey, man, I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to go to work on a regular basis. I'm not going to be late, right? You want to do that. Even if it means you calling an Uber, walking, doing those things. You do those things on a regular basis, man. And you hold yourself to that. And yes, I'm not going to say you're going to be perfect, but if you start to think in your mind that these are the things you're going to do, those are the things you'll do. Do not trip, and do not be one of these dudes that reacts to life circumstances whenever things don't seem to be working out your way, because here's the deal. You do not have the power to change certain outside circumstances. You just don't. But what you do have the power to do is how you respond to outside circumstances. You have full power over that, man. Unless you have like a mental disorder, I would understand that, bro. But for the most part, you do have the power to see how you would respond to outside circumstances. Okay, so this world doesn't have to define you. Define who you are. You don't let this world define you, because this world will do a lot of crazy things. It will define you in crazy ways, especially in a world that we're in today, man. Like, you have to be pretty solid on who you are as a man, and not be worried about who's over here, who's over there, doing this, doing that, man. You just gotta know within you that you're doing what you can do as long as you're doing it. You're going to work. You're going to the gym. You're hitting the gym hard. You're being the best man you can be at that moment. You're reacting in a lot of positivity and love, but also in assertiveness. You don't have to be a trait of men. You don't have to be overly aggressive, bro. Like, that's just the truth. Not saying that there's not a time for that, but you don't have to be like, hey, bro, that dude, blah, 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 or this man, blah, blah. No, you can be like, hey, man, look here. Here's what we have to do. This is what we're going to do, blah, blah, blah. And if we can't do that, we got to figure out a way in which we can come to a term and agreement to do it this way, because this is what needs to get done, right? Whether you're at the job or whether you're at the gym or doing whatever it is, that's the way you can approach circumstances. You don't have to pick up, get mad, do your thing, and all these things. That's actually not having control of your emotions. That's allowing outside circumstances to control you. But whenever you're good to take a look back and be like, hey, man, look, you can assert yourself, make hard boundaries, and do things that are hard to do. That's how you know that you're becoming a man, and I'm becoming the man that I want to be in a lot of ways. I am still working on it in quite a bit, but I'm trying to become the best man that I possibly can be at this time, and that's just the way it's going at this moment, bro. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Because I want to be a man that's self-disciplined in all areas of my life. I want to be a man that's self-disciplined in the gym, in my home life, in my relationships. And what I mean by relationships, since your boy doesn't have any girlfriend, I'm not going to lie to y'all saying I pick up women. A lot of times I don't even care about all that. I used to, but I realize it's a lot more important for me to do my thing and become the man I can be. So, that's my tidbit. That's my information for y'all. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Remember to live, and learn. Until next time, peace in the Middle East. Hopefully.